Hi everyone, and welcome to this video. Today we're going to be talking about the action chapter of my book Foodaholic, The 7 Stages to Permanent Weight Loss. Today we're talking about how to actually lose weight. And so just to backtrack a little bit, the first 2 chapters, and you can find those videos right down there. You want to click subscribe and you'll get all the rest of the videos as they come. Anyway, so first chapter and the first stage of permanent weight loss, because there are 7 stages to permanent weight loss, is the realization that you are fat, okay? So at some point you either catch a glimpse of yourself in a window you weren't expecting, or someone says something to you, or you see a photo of yourself and you realize that, oh my God, I've gained a lot of weight, I'm really fat. And right now I'm coming to you from the pandemic, the global pandemic. We are, let's see, it's now March of 2021, so we're well a year into a global pandemic, and so I know a lot of you are probably watching this, have gained weight for the first time maybe during the pandemic and are having a difficult time. So I'm glad that you're here, and today we're talking at chapter 3. The first 2 chapters have videos already. You'll find them down below. Today we're talking about action. Okay, so chapter 1 is, oh my God, I'm fat. The next step is the decision, and that is a period of time most people go through where they're deciding whether or not they're going to lose weight and how they're going to do it. So you've gone through that, let's say, and now you're ready to go. You're at your action phase. So how do we do this? How do we lose weight, right? There's so many diets out there, diet programs, all kinds of different ways that people will tell you how. But there's really only one way to lose weight. And it's not a secret, and you don't have to buy anything special, and it's no big deal. It's simply calories in, calories out. Okay? If you take in less calories than you burn, you will lose fat. If you take in more calories than you burn, you will gain fat. If you take in the same calories that you burn, you will maintain your weight. Okay, so how do I take in less calories than I burn? How many calories do I burn? How many calories do I need to be the weight that I want to be? How do I do this, right? So what you're going to have to do now is figure out, how many calories do I need, right? How many calories am I burning? How many calories are in the foods I'm eating? What's a calorie? What do I do? Okay, and that's all covered here in chapter 3 of my book, Foodaholic. It's all available on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, wherever books are sold. Okay, so you're ready to do it. You don't want to go on a diet. And here's why you don't want to go on a diet, why I don't recommend diet. Let's say I write a diet book where I actually tell you what to eat, which there's no telling you what to eat here. Okay, I'm going to tell you what to eat. I'm going to sit and write a diet book. I'm going to come up with, recipes, this and that, of what you should have today. You're going to get this book maybe 2 or 3 years after I write it. You're going to read, oh, today, we're in a pandemic. You're, however old you are, whatever sex you are, whatever is going on with you on that day. I made up a diet 3 years ago sitting in Starbucks, and you're supposed to follow it today. It's like, that makes no sense, really. Does it? No. So here's what I recommend. And what I recommend in order to keep your weight off for life, and that is start keeping track of what you eat. I know, it's not fun. It's not exciting. It's not sexy. It's a little tedious. But it's the only way to do it, because if you're not keeping track, if you don't know what you're doing, how are you going to change it? How are you going to take control of what's going in your mouth and how many calories you're taking in, and make a different equation if you're not paying attention or you don't know what you're doing? It's not possible. So you're going to have to learn the calories in foods and keep track of what you eat and how much. Now that's where most people just get glazed eyes and lose it, because they don't want to have to do that. But you know what I always tell people who don't want to have to do that? It's exactly what your body's doing for you every single day. It counts every calorie you put in. It does. That's how it works. So you can either work with it or not, it's up to you, but this is how you actually, if you're serious, how you do it. So you learn about the calories, you start keeping track, you start keeping records, and then you'll begin to learn, all right, how many calories a day do I need? And that's in here, but I'll tell it to you right now if you don't want to get the book. It is, if you're a woman, you take your weight times 10. If you're a man, you take your weight times 12. And that's how many calories you need a day to be that weight without exercise. Okay, so let's say that I want to weigh 130 pounds. I'm a woman, so 130 times 10 means I would get 1,300 calories a day without exercise, and that would take me to 130 pounds eventually if I did that every day. Okay, so let's say I'm a woman and I currently weigh 160 pounds. I want to weigh 130, so I want to lose 30 pounds. What I need to learn to do is to live for a 130-pound woman. So I need to learn to live at 1,300 calories a day, or if I'm going to exercise, I can have a bit more and still weigh 130 pounds. Okay, so now you learn all about, well, how do we do 1,300 calories a day? Now, if I'm 160 pounds, I've been eating about 1,600 calories a day. I'm going to have to get 300 calories a day. How do I do that? That's all part of the process that you will learn as you begin this journey of keeping track, counting calories, and learning about how you balance in and out so that you become the weight you want to be. Okay, so people say, well, I've tried calorie counting and it doesn't work for me. And I go, why? Why doesn't it work for you? And it's like, well, because I think I'm only taking in this, but I'm not losing any weight. And so I ask people, okay, well, are you weighing and measuring your food, or are you just guessing? No, they're usually guessing. Okay, well, let's start getting more precise. Let's weigh and measure. Let's put your cup of pasta that you think is a cup actually in a measuring cup, and then put that on a plate. If you've ever done that, it's pretty disheartening. If you've always thought, well, a cup of pasta looks like this on a plate, and you do it, you take your cup, put it in a measuring cup, put it on a dinner plate, spreads out. You see like all plate, like, oh, look, pasta here and there. Like a cup of pasta is 200 calories. Okay, and it's not very much. You go to a restaurant, you get a pasta dish, you're looking at at least four cups. And if it's just plain pasta, 200 calories a cup, that's 800 calories. You're trying to do 1,300 calories a day. You're at a restaurant, and here's this entree. What about the salad? You're already looking at way more than 1,300 calories for one meal at a restaurant. So as you go through this journey, you start to realize that our society is obesogenic, okay? Meaning it's set up for you to be fat. The portions at restaurants are huge. Most of the restaurants you're going to go to, huge. The calorie count's really high. So you're going to have to learn to work with that and still keep your calories down to be the weight you want to be. And you can do it, because I'm doing it. I used to be heavy. So I'm a licensed psychotherapist and I help people lose weight, but I'm also doing it every day myself. So I'm not one of these naturally thin people that's sitting here telling you what to do and having no idea of how difficult it is to do. It's not complicated, but it's hard. And why is it hard? And that's further on in the chapters. We're going to get to the various stages, because once you start doing the action stage, you may get to a plateau. We're going to talk about plateau. There's all kinds of resistance you're going to be coming up against, internal, external resistance. So there's obstacles along the way, but just like any quest in mythology, right? Your quest is to be this particular weight. There's going to be obstacles. And if you can't deal with them, you're going to go back. And we don't want that. We want you to keep going. We want you to lose the weight you want to lose and get to where you want to go and learn how to maintain it. So that's the basic information on the action chapter. So we're going to start keeping track, keeping records. I like to write down. People are using all kinds of apps. You could use Fitbit. You can use any form of tracking that you want to use. But you're going to be keeping track of your calories every day. Calories in, calories out. Now, as far as weighing yourself, people want to know, how often should I weigh? Is it once a week? Is it this, that? What I recommend highly is that you actually weigh every single day. Write your weight down every day and average it out over the course of a week. So you weigh 7 days in a row, you average that weight, and your average weekly weight is the weight you want to most pay attention to as you go. The daily ups and downs are not important in your long-term weight maintenance. It's more what's happening in the big scope of things. And so when you look at your weight over the course of a week, you'll see a truer picture of what's going on. Then the ups and downs every single day. The ups and downs every single day, if you get too hooked into, can really make you nuts, because every day we're going up and down. Depending on how much you weigh and your sex and how much water your body carries, you can go up to 3, 4, sometimes 5 pounds a day, and that's just water. So, and we don't really care about that. We're more interested in losing long-term fat. So, weigh every single morning, write it down with your records, and then average it out over the course of the week, and pay only attention really to that one weekly weight over time. And that's the best way to deal with weighing yourself. Okay, so that's it for today. I really appreciate you being here. I hope that you'll come back. If you want to like and subscribe, that would be great. And I will see you next time. Take care.